What's going on, guys? Back today with probably one of the most exciting pieces I've had in a while. Been wanting one of these for years. Finally got one, the Beretta 1301, but Langden style. Alright guys, there's a lot to go over with my Beretta 1301. Talk a little bit, we're going to shoot a little bit, and just see what is going on with this thing. So what we have here is a Beretta 1301. I got this directly from Langden. So if you know, if you don't know, if you do know, Langden does a lot of work with Beretta and HK. They do a lot of trigger jobs, customizations, all that stuff. They're a really great outfit for the Beretta and HK game. They do a lot of great stuff. But they're very well known for taking the 1301 and just tricking it out a little bit. So what I got from them, I got them to do the tungsten gray finish. Hope the camera's picking that up well. It's a really nice contrast with the black. I didn't want to go all black. I thought, yeah, black would be cool, but I wanted just a little bit of pop for the 1301 because the 1301 deserves to stand out amongst the crowd. So what else you get? The package that I opted for. So did the Cerakote, did the Langden trigger job that they offer with these. It's not like something crazy because the trigger itself from Beretta on the 1301 is very good. They just kind of go in there and crisp up a little bit and kind of do a little light polishing to my knowledge. So it just makes it that much smoother. Just a hair bit, but it's enough, I think, to make a difference. Something else you can opt for on your 13.0 package is the Magpul Zukov front end, fore end, and a Magpul stock. Now what you'll see here is this is not a Magpul stock. If you don't know or didn't see my reel that IG took down, Chisel Machining is a company that has made some parts for a while now. They partner with Langden, so they sell their stocks. Chisel sells their stocks on Langden's website, but also they sell them themselves on their own website. But they came out originally with a fixed stock, but then they upped the game with the folder. So now, not only do you have this sort of low profile, skeletonized, all built aluminum stock, but now it also folds, which makes it that much cooler and that much more compact to put in a range bag or just make it just a little smaller, and even just for those quick deploy situations, bring it out the bag, flip it over, and you're good to go. So that is a really nice piece. Now, the Beretta 1301 is probably the lightest, to my knowledge, the lightest tactical combat shotgun you can get that's of quality. So somebody's gonna say, oh, M4 is king, battle tested, blah, blah, blah. M4, cool, I got you, I get the vibe. Old tech though, this is the future of combat shotguns. The recoil system, the blink system that Beretta's got going on these is second to none. This thing will feed anything and lightweight. So you're thinking, okay, Steve, well, why throw a heavier billet aluminum stock when you could have had just the plastic Magpul stock, keep it a little lighter? This shotgun is just, you have to hold one to see the difference. This thing is just very light. I wanted the cool folder stock because I like the coolness. I like the fold, I like the tactical style. But also it gives me just a little more weight in the back. So even though the Magpul stock, everything really feels balanced, it's all light, everything is good, I like having just that little bit of noticeably more weight in the back just to kind of keep me planted. I just like feeling like I've got a little bit of weight back here, a little easier to hold on to for me, I feel like. And then just driving it into my shoulder and the light front end of the shotgun, I really feel like for me it has a good balance. A little bit more weight in the back, just a little bit, not a whole lot, but it is aluminum, so you're getting that extra weight as opposed to the polymer of the Magpul. Something else that's cool about the Chisel stock is, now you don't have to run this, but it comes with this built-in optic rail. Not use an optic on this and just run it because it'll run straight through. You'll be able to see whatever other optic you want to put up here. But what's cool about this setup here, running the Holosun 507 comp, is that it really sets you up in your sight picture. The dot sits like right over top the front post. So you're really getting that lower 1/3 co-witness. The dot's sitting right over top that front post. It has this little bit of a cheek riser here. You can adjust the cheek riser, you know, up or down to your liking. Has a pad that you put on top of the cheek riser as well, so it's cushiony. So for me, you think, well, why do you want an optic all the way back? I mean, it really, really sets you up in a perfect position. with that optic a little further forward, you're getting, you know, less window. You're getting less field of view that way. But here, when I'm resting my cheek down like this, it is directly over top. I can still use the backup sights if I need to. Say the optic goes down, I can still see the whole sight picture through that. Being the optic is a little closer to my face, I could still run the irons if the optic goes down, but that dot, or that circle, I have it set up on the big circle, is just sitting right. That circle is just sitting right in between those two front posts over top of the front sight. So it is the perfect setup for me. I think it was a genius design by Chisel to go with something like that, because at first you're thinking, oh, it's too far back, but it really is, it's perfect. It's perfect. Also, what you get from the Chisel stock is some QD points. So you can run, it'll ship with one QD point. Like, so here's one right here. You can remove this with an Allen key and put it in the upper portion here, or put it in the portion here to the front. I actually have two of the sockets, but you will ship with one. So you could run the 2 point or 1 point here, here, or here, and then obviously in the front on this piece here. So really awesome setup. Awesome setup on this stock. They also are using the Kickies pads. They partner with those guys, so that's what it ships with. Really soft, really nice butt pad. I was running it here this morning before filming this right here, and even with buckshot, it really feels great in your shoulder. Doesn't hurt, nice and padded, very comfortable. You're thinking, is the cheek rest comfortable? Cheek rest is comfortable as well. I'm not getting any fatigue or any soreness in my cheek from the kick of the 00 buck on that. Feels great. Nothing wrong there. The other cool perk about this is this takes normal AR pistol grips, so you can remove this one, put on whatever pistol grip you want, screw it in just like you would an AR. It ships with the Magpul with the rubberized coating, the K2 Plus, I believe. It ships with that one. It's the one I put on because I really like that grip. So that whole modularity there with all this stuff, chef's kiss. Great. Before we move on from the stock, I want to talk about the shell holders you're seeing here on this guy. This is a 4-banger. This is Artis. I got a lot of Artis stuff on the shotgun now because Artis really makes some cool upgrades, some cool products for a lot of stuff. And I think it takes, you know, to the 1301 to the next level in the upgrades game, because you're getting some things I think you may or may not want. I mean, if you don't want it, cool. It's great out of the box. But I like to tinker with stuff. I like to personalize, make it my own. So what Artis did, and what you can get from the factory, either off of Langden or from Chisel, is they have a shell holder plate as well, aluminum plate, screws into the side just like this one, and you can use the Velcro backed, you know, shell holders, rip it off, put a new one on. It's great if you like that. The only problem with these sometimes is that, you know, they wear over time in and out of the shells. They can get a little loose, but that is an option for you. But what Artis makes is this setup, which you probably see me run in the beginning of the video. It's really cool because even though you're losing a shell, it has a quick detach button here, right here. So all you do is you click that, this pops off, and this is aluminum as well. And then once this is empty, throw this to the side, put a new one on, put it right down in its hole, clicks into place, and you're good to go. So again, that's going to add a little bit more weight because this is aluminum housing here. It's all aluminum, so a little bit of weight there, and then plus the shells, a little bit of weight. But it really is convenient to not have to worry about the Velcro, not have to worry about it loosening up over time. And what's cool about this is on the inside of here, which you may not be able to see, maybe you will, yeah, these like little rollers, or these tabs in here. So what that does is it keeps the constant pressure on the shell when you put it in. If I can hear, kind of locks into place, and then you know it's snug, it's not going to go anywhere. Then when you're ready to go, you just pull them out, feed them in. And then the good thing about this, you can mount it on the right side or left side, depending on if you're right-handed or left-handed. And then, you know, mount this orientation either forwards or backwards, so you can have the button in the front or have the button in the back to your liking. I put it in the front So I felt like it made more sense for me, because if I'm gonna load this thing, I'm loading it, turn it around, I'll put a new one on, I'm gonna come down natural with my finger, grab it, rip it, pull it off, put the next one on, and you're good, as opposed to maybe trying to grab it from your thumb. I don't know, it made more sense for me to go like this, and for the on and off. So, pretty slick from Artis there with that stuff. You lose a shell, but it is what it is. Now, I believe they make one as well that you can mount on the side here, on the side of the receiver. So if you're doing your tactical reloads, you flip it upside down, they're right here, easy to go in quick. That's the one downside to this setup, is now you could move this a little further forward and mount it in the middle. But when I did that, what I found was the shells get really close to your wrist. So they're hitting your wrist here at that point. So it's really made to go all the way back. So it's not in your way here, it's not hitting anything. The further forward you move this carrier, it's gonna jam your wrist up. So, and I didn't want to load it from the top. Since I'm gonna flip it over and load it, I'm gonna pull it out here and load. I'm not gonna go top and under, which you could do, preference, and I may change it, who knows. Something else Artis makes is an extended knurled charging handle. Very, very cool, this thing. The factory one is not bad. Factory one is not bad. I got it here. I'll show you. Factory one is certainly adequate. Nothing wrong with the factory one. It's large. It's got a lot of surface area for you to grab. But if you were to compare both of these side by side, significant size difference in the profile. The way the ergos are really keeps your finger, the way it's kind of slooped in there, makes it really easy to grab onto. It really nestles in your finger nice. This one's not bad, but I like the larger size. I like the knurling on it. Very tactical, looks good, looks at home on the shotgun. Something else Artis did is they made an extended release, bolt release right here. So the factory one, again, not bad. This one just has some cool texturing. All this, of course, is aluminum, whereas the other pieces are plastic. Aluminum, larger surface area, easier to just drop the bolt. When you're trying to do your quick loads, come up. When it's locked up, come up. Whether you're gonna do your round saver, put it in, button down, you're good to go. Or if you're just coming up from the bottom, it's just really easy and large. Really easy to find. Hit that bolt and you're good to go. It's a really nice upgrade. All this stuff is easy installs. All right, so something else that Artis did, which I really liked, is if you already have your 1301, you can certainly get the Langden version of the front end either separately. So if you already have the shotgun, you can get it separately, buy it, and put it on. What Artis did is they sort of upgraded that a little bit. It's the same Zukov forend as you get with the Langden package, which is it's the same thing. It's great. But what they've done is they've taken it like one step further and gave it a little bit more texturing. Sort of like a laser stipple job on here, so it's a little more grippy here on the bottom, which the shotgun is nice. Not a huge deal, not a make or break, but that is a nice little upgrade. But the two main things that set this version apart is on the one that you get, that the GG&G, this version from that Langden sells with their package, you can buy separately, is on the rear portion here. You'll see where the inside, where the pieces are that lock it into place, you're losing a little bit of M-lock spot. So you're only getting one lug worth of M-lock, versus on this now, you get the full length M-lock. And they're saying, see, why is that a big deal? Why do I need something all the way back here? So the idea that I found, because what I want to do is I want to run a match saver or something to that effect, a little one-round shell holder. And the only way to do that on the Zukov stock is to put it in this M-lock slot all the way in the back. Now, you can't do that with this, because you need both lugs to be able to lock in for the M-lock version. So a couple things there. I wanted that full-length M-lock, so I got that so I can put the match saver on. Don't have it yet. Then in the front, they've given you a couple extra slots up here on both sides, and this here is polymer. The GG&G model that you can either opt to upgrade to at Langden or buy separately does not have this piece here, and it has the blocking here. So you might be able to see the difference from the fore-end locking piece on the Beretta versus the Langden GSG version. This is all aluminum here, so nicely built aluminum, nothing wrong with that. This is polymer, so it gives you a little bit more lightweight. You get the M-LOK slots on both sides. You do not get the M-LOK slots with this. Is it make or break? Is it a big deal to have M-LOK slots up here? Maybe that's where you want your light. I don't know, it's just an option. I'm showing you options, and this is the option that I wanted to go with, because it just gives me a little bit more versatility. But if you're somebody that does not want to run this with a match saver, you do not need the extra M-LOK slots up here, and you don't really care about the additional texturing on the Zukov forend, then the normal one that you can get from Langden through the the GSG, Langden, that whole setup is perfectly fine. This is just to show you the difference again, but if you don't need it, you don't need it. Stick with the original one. If you've already had the 1301 and not have upgraded already or got this with the build when you got it from Langden, then the choice is yours. Go with that one or go with the Beretta one. Either way, it's a win. It just depends on how you want to set it up. Lastly on this, since we were going from butt to tip, is when you buy from Langden, you get their like upgrade package and get the forend and all that stuff. You get the 7-round tube extension with the upgraded follower. So this is a 7+1 shotgun, so 8 rounds, 7 in the tube, 1 in the pipe. And I believe the clamp here for the barrel and the mag tube, which has your QD slots on either side for your slings, is an upgraded version as well. I'm telling you, if you want the top dog, if you want the best tactical, or for really all intents and purposes, best shotgun you can buy, it's the 1301. To take it up to that next level through Langden and the aftermarket support that the 1301 has with these various companies like Chisel Machining and Beretta, perfect shotgun. All right, so real quick, let's just show you how it chews through whatever. I'm gonna throw a couple rounds of buckshot in, 00 buck 9 pellet, followed by some 8-shot, low recoil stuff, just to show you this thing means business. So in the pipe, we got an 8-shot, and then I got 2 rounds of buck in the tube mixed in. So let's run it, and let's see how it goes. I can use this to shoot clay birds. Why not? Why not? You can shoot this perfectly fine. You can take this out, have a fun day shooting clay birds with your 1301, and then in the same day, come over and do some tactical drills, run some buckshot, slugs, and not have to change anything, not have to adjust anything, do nothing. It just runs and it works. And I think the extra upgrades that you get with Langden, that you get with Beretta, and you get with Chisel really makes it a perfect package. Yeah, I love this gun. This is probably one of my most favorite in my collection. This is just the best shotgun you can buy. I can't say it more. Beretta did not send me this gun. This is in no way affiliated with Beretta. This is just a awesome shotgun. Langden does a great job. All the aftermarket support, it's great. You heard it here from me. 1301 is king. And don't forget, if you want to see more, you got to get subscribed and follow me on Instagram at SteveMP5. I'll see you next time.